Woohoo! Welcome back to Big Herb the Nerd. As today we look at creating set pieces in Football Manager 2018. If you are here following on from the tactic creator, this is the natural next step to create your set pieces and get your guys in some sort of working order for scoring some goals from corners, making sure you don't concede from corners, or direct free kicks, which have been a bugbear for me in my Liverpool save. But we will get straight into it. So the first thing you will do is not come to the set piece creator screen. You will go to your squad screen and you will go to the Steam Workshop and download my set piece selector team selection screen. This is just a custom view. You can create your own custom views. They're very easy to do. I have a few set up, which I will be saving on the Steam Workshop if you want to go in. Just go in and search for Big Herb and you should be able to find them. So this screen just pulls out all the key stats for your players in your team. Things like corners, crossing, free kick ability, vision, long shots, finishing, composure, heading, anything that may be required for building an appropriate tactic for set pieces. So what I would do is for your set piece takers, I'd write down who's best at corners, who is best at free kicks, try and get an idea of whether they're left or right footed. If you don't have many that are good at both those free kicks and corners, look at who's good at crossing, who has good vision as well, because those guys will be able to pick out the passes, and crossing is just it's a supporting stat. If it's a short ball, you may be able to play crosses in. So that'll be your set piece takers. If you're looking for people to inside the box, essentially, you want to look at your long shots. Who's got the best long shots and maybe might stay outside the area and capitalize on not being in the mix of a corner or a free kick. Who's your best finishers? Then who's your best headers? Headers of the ball. These guys will be important in both attacking and defending. And also heading when you're then matched with jumping, strength and bravery. The guys with the strongest stats here will be your best guys to throw into the mix on corners and to have in your own penalty area when defending. We also have in here tackling, anticipation, decision making, off the ball and determination. Just some supporting stats that may just, if you're looking between one or two players and they have very similar stats, you can then pull out and see the best. So here we've got two guys, Arnautovic and Cresswell, are both good at 14 free kicks. Well, we have Arnautovic has got 13 vision, which means he can see a better pass. He has worse composure though, so depending on what the free kick is, it may be actually, looking here, that Cresswell takes direct free kicks where he's going to be going for the goal. He's got better long shots, better composure, and better and obviously free kick taking. And Arnautovic is taking those indirect free kicks where we're looking to pass because he's got good vision, but not as good long shots or composure for taking the actual shot. So things like that, it might help you if you have guys with similar stats. Same with heading. If heading is good across the board on certain guys, you can look here. We've got Hernandez and Antonio, who both have 17 heading, but Hernandez jumping and strength is not great. So he's going to be best running into the box, not being stood side by side with defenders, because he's going to get muscled off the ball, where Antonio here can actually give a bit of his own. So that might mean that Antonio runs into the box, and Hernandez runs into the box, and Antonio is actually a guy stood there waiting to take. So get all that noted down on a piece of paper. Then get yourself into the tactics set piece screen. So here you have your set piece takers. You should already know who your guys are, and here you have the preferred foot. So you can put the guys in left and right footed. You can put one on each. I like to mix them up. So sometimes you have in swinging corners, sometimes you have out swinging corners, and free kicks as well. Left and right foot. You can put them on the left and right side, the way you want the ball to swing in. For direct free kicks, yeah, you're most likely to want to have your left-footed players taking right-sided free kicks, so they're shooting into the goal, and vice versa, which I haven't done here. Just switch those over. But go through and set up your guys. You've got free kicks here, and then you've got direct with a small chance of a shot, indirect wide, and indirect deep. So you can select your different free kick takers for those different scenarios. And once you have all your guys picked, you go in to the drop down and select the different ones. So here you have corners, where you have a defend, attack. You also have left and right, and you go through and then just build based on that list you've got there, who you want in and around this area. So who have we got here? So on defending corners, we've got Andy Carroll up top. We don't want Andy Carroll up top. He is a very good header of the ball, so we want to swap him over. We want Hernandez in there. You have to build these based on your set team, so it's always best to build your tactic first, so you know who in a first team full squad situation, who's going to be playing where. That's then when you move on to here. So we know Hernandez will be playing on the left and Carroll will be playing on the right in the main, and those roles will be the ones that are there, which means I'm happy to put my striker right and my striker left where they are. Just bear that in mind if you make a big team change in your tactics, that you will need to come in and change these. If you start switching around those guys and all of a sudden you've got Hernandez in the areas where you should have Carroll, you're going to be stuck. You then have the choice on defending of zonal marking, or you have the choice of changing down here. Oh, let me just click on the midfield right. Whether they just go back or whether they mark tall players, mark small players, close down the corner, sit on the post. You can kind of move them around depending on where's required, or to select it from the bottom to get a balanced team. I personally like to have someone marking the front post to clear those short corners. Maybe remove one of the guys from the posts. They're not always as effective as I like. And then obviously have my tall guys who are the best at heading, marking their tall players. And then the guys that are less good, have them on go back or have them on just man mark so we know they're there. It's always sometimes good to, if you can afford it, to keep someone on the edge of the area, to mark up the edge of the area for one, but two, if you do clear, so they can pick the ball up and fire it up to your striker. That's always useful as well. Again, it wouldn't be him, put him back. And then on attack, you have the same here. So you can select for your corner taker if you want to play short corners, near post, far post, penalty spot, 6-yard box. That can be based on whether you have one player that is great. If we've got Carroll and he's always going to be doing the same thing, we can just aim for him. I have noticed, or in the beta at least, that far post corners seem to work the most. And you can see here, I've obviously set my guys on the wrong side. So I've got Lanzini in here on the right, but he should be the other way around. So he's taken an outswinging corner. Like I say, sometimes it's nice to mix it up, have an outswinger that he can run onto, or have the inswinger, then they challenge for it. That's your preference. But again, you can switch and move people around here. Have them attack from deep, have them lurk outside the area, have someone sit for a short call. That sometimes works quite well. And then you just have your players that get forward. And you just can play with that to build, basically built on that first rundown you do, where you go through and write down all your best players. If you don't have a lot of great headers of the ball, don't be playing balls into the box for them to challenge, because they're never going to win. Maybe play short corners. Play a short corner, have a guy here that can cross, have more players running into the box rather than trying to challenge, because if you just keep floating them in, you're going to be wasting them. And that's corners. You can set up the both of you can set up what you want for left and right. I tend to match mine, so whatever I do for left, I tend to do for right. Same with defending as well. And once you've done that, you can then move on to free kicks. So yeah, free kicks, you have extra options here. You have your direct free kicks. You have direct with a small chance of shot, which are the ones we're saying, essentially direct free kicks with a shot. We're going to have, this is on defend. On attack, we're going to have Cresswell taken. Direct with a small chance of shot, probably a Nautovic from certain sides. You also then have your indirect wide, and you have your indirect deep, where you just want someone pumping the ball up there, probably a defender, so you're not pulling an attacking player out of the mix. But it's the same premise as the corners. Set them both for attack and defend. You have options to man mark or just go back. You have options to form the wall, or stay forward if you want to leave yourself light on defense and be able to counter with a fast, like a pacey striker up top. And on attack, again, the same things. You throw as many people forward as you want, or hold as many people back as required. But make sure you select one for each of these. So it takes a bit of time to go through and do, but definitely worthwhile doing. The standards in the beta were terrible. They were broken. You just had very static defenders. They weren't moving, and you would let in lots of goals. So I highly recommend you come in and do this. It will pay dividends. But only if you go into this squad screen. You don't have to download my one. You can create your own one, but have a look at this. Write down who your best crossers and corner takers are. I like to have my main corner taker supported on short by my second best one, who, if it does come out and hits the first defender, I've got someone else there to fire the ball back in. And if you've got great headers of the ball, get them all in there, get them charging at people. If you don't put the balls in. Go near post, go short, because you're not going to win headers. So just play to your team's strengths. And just remember, if you make big tactical changes, you need to come in and make changes to that as well. But that's it for set pieces, really. It's a bit tedious to go through and do, but it's worthwhile. Throw-ins you can do as well. I don't tend to do the throw-ins. Something I've left. But if you've got someone that's got amazing throwing long throws, it may be worth setting up one of these. But they're fairly simple. You can have the guys on short. You can have guys lurking outside the area and guys going forward. If you notice in-game you're not getting the most out of them, you can go in and set them up. I don't see as much use for them as corners and free kicks. But if you're in there, you might as well go for it. So we will leave that one there. Slightly shorter episode than the other ones, but an equally important episode. If you have enjoyed the episode so far, please do smash the like button. If you are new, please do consider subscribing. If there's an area you would like me to cover, please let me know down in the comments, and I will either address it in the comment section, or I'll let you know there'll be future videos coming out to cover that section of the game. Let me know how you're getting on. Have you had successes with set pieces or with the tactics that you've been creating? I want to hear about your FM18 saves, so please let me please do let me know down below in the comment section. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I shall see you next time. Bye bye.